Hi, I'm Cara. I'm on my Serve local placement at Forest and Y Community Church. Let's go and take a look. I went to Tilsley College for my Learn to Serve part of my FirstServe programme. And while at Tilsley, we did classes about culture and culture shock. We looked at different books of the Bible, like Romans and Acts of the Apostles. And we also looked at a bit of theology, including God and the Trinity, the person of Jesus Christ, and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. My favourite subject that I did at Tilsley was probably looking at how to study the Bible. I've read the Bible a lot, but really learning how to make the most of Bible study, how to not just read it for its face value, but understand the context of what I'm reading and how it applies to my life and the people around me. What I found challenging about being at Tilsley was the fact that I wanted to be involved in everything. I wanted to be down socialising in the student lounge. I wanted to be doing my assignments and studies. I wanted to be reading all the background reading that they'd recommended. I was fascinated. And I wanted to be serving at the local youth group as well. But you can't be in 4 places at once. So I found that challenging to find how to discipline myself, to know what I wanted to do and be able to fit it into a week. What I learned at Tilsley, including how to approach people from different cultures or religious backgrounds, was something that I'd never really seen before in my own circle. And so having that kind of teaching and understanding before going out to somewhere completely new was really important preparation. So I knew how to approach people and take out my own bias of culture and to speak to people and kind of come in on their level. What I found really helped me as well was seeing people same age and same stage and seeing them with the same goal as well, and understanding that it doesn't matter where we've come from, it's our goal that's the same, and that's what brings us together. I think the impact that Tilsley's had on me has been massive. Not just coming into a small community and investing so much in that. I've made some really close friends that I think I'll have for life. Beyond that, what I've learned, I found not just an academic learning, but something that I can put into practice in my own life, in my own Bible study ongoing, things that I can bring back to my church and say, have we ever thought about doing this? Looking for the need in my community and really meeting people where they're at. There's been so many things I've loved about this church. I love the community feel. I love the amazing opportunities for outreach and discipleship. I love that there's so much going on. There's always something to be involved in. I love that there's so many people encouraging to serve where you're designed to serve. I love that they're so focused on God and the gospel and bringing it to the people who haven't heard it yet. But also to people who know Jesus, we can encourage each other in so many ways. Just because we all know Jesus, we're in the same place. The community church has so much going on. Every day of the week, there's different activities or outreach or discipleship groups. So I've been able to get involved in the Craft Connect group. I've been able to help with the Mums and Tots group. I've been at lots of small groups, seeing how they're run and getting to know all the people in them. I've been able to help with the food bank, which this church is a distribution centre for, and I've been able to help with youth group, kids work, and help with sung worship as well. On a Sunday, there's lots of prep, not only in the notice sheets and the setting up of the instruments, but there's, making sure that people have their mics on time, that the tech is set up, and the chairs are set out right. But during the service as well, I've been able to get involved in the kids' work. I've been able to help with sung worship. Rosie and her band are amazing. And I've been able to actually be in interviews and things on the stage and be able to share what I've been doing at the church, share what I've been helping with, involved in the office, and the projects that I've been working on. think one of the main challenges I faced here is being from somewhere else. This is a very close-knit community, and the people who know them and love them, they're very close to. But coming in as an outsider, it's really easy to feel like I'm intruding. But everyone has been so welcoming, and what I've learned about coming and meeting people where they're at and not bringing my own ideas or talking advice at them, but understanding where they are and coming on their level has been an amazing experience. I think some of the ways that Tilsley's prepared me has been to understand that doing personal devotions and spending time in God's presence is never wasted time. Sometimes I've found that I've had so much that I've wanted to do, and I've spent all day serving or being out at church or at different small groups, and I come home and I'm just exhausted. But actually recognizing that even when I'm tired, spending time in God's presence, it isn't wasted time. That is rest. And spiritual rest, which we need. We need to be filled up in order to serve, and that has been something that I've really learned. Another thing that we were taught in Tilsley was understanding what is God's calling. It's not necessarily an audible voice that we hear or a big neon sign in the sky, but rather it's the idea that God opens a door and equips you with the skills and designs you to be able to serve in that area. And I think that's something I've seen here, that maybe I feel sometimes that I'm not the best person for the job or someone else could do it better. But actually, God's opened the door for me to be able to serve here, and it's my willingness that equips me for that. I've been really encouraged by the opportunity to meet lots of people who maybe don't usually come to church or aren't familiar with the gospel. Especially something like Mums and Tots, which is open to anyone in the community. It's the opportunity for maybe mums or grannies to bring their kids who don't usually come into a church building, to be able to draw alongside them and not preach at them, but just listen to them, to make sure that they feel they're cared about and they know this is somewhere they can come and feel safe. And that's really demonstrated by the people who run the group. That's been a real encouragement to me. I've seen lots of personal growth in my confidence, I think. I was always a bubbly, outgoing person, but I never really had much confidence in what I was doing or how I was doing it. But I think being able to go somewhere and see that there's so many opportunities to serve, to just get stuck in and give it a go, you're not going to get it perfect. And so I think that's been a real encouragement for me to be confident, to know that you're doing your best, and that's what we can do. For the third stage of my FirstServe programme, I'm going on a Serve Global placement to use my nursing skills in a medical placement. Tilsley and my Serve Local placement have both offered me opportunities to meet people outside of my little bubble in Northern Ireland. They've given me the opportunities to see what it means to know people from a different background and to meet them where they are. Not to bring my own bias into their lives, but to really see what it means to follow Jesus as individuals and to encourage others in that.